This presentation is brought to you by Arizona State University's Julianne Wrigley Global Institute of Sustainability for educational and non-commercial use only.
I'm back again. My name's Kimberly and this is Sherry, and we're going to talk to you about the economic impacts of energy use disclosure. And again, this is for Walton, so we appreciate you giving us a lot of work this semester. So first we want to start with just a little background. 40% of the total energy consumption in the U.S. is from buildings. So what we know is that if we have more energy efficient buildings, then we're going to be able to reduce those carbon emissions and contribute to city sustainability goals. Currently, there are 28 cities, states, and counties that do have disclosure ordinances, and another 10 that are currently considering them. Also, we're going to be using BER and D throughout the presentation, and that is Building Energy Rating and Disclosure. A lot of our information came from IMT, which is the Institute of Market Transformation. So we're going to be using those acronyms. Oh, there we go. So this is a map. This is from IMT of all of the benchmarking and disclosure policies that are currently out. So orange are commercial policies that are in effect. Yellow are commercial policies that are they have interest in implementing. Green is public building benchmarking. Sorry, and purple is residential. So you can see there's not as much happening as we would like. But what is important about this is that in just these 12 cities and counties, there are almost 6 billion square feet of floor space represented. So, and this is only 12 out of the 38 on the previous slide. So you can imagine what effects this would have on statewide and national scales.
The key data in our literature review has been used to develop a business case. This will explain the benefits and impacts of energy disclosure, as well as the development and implementation policies. We've identified the economic value drivers. We've provided research for these drivers, and then we've also determined best practices and challenges. You can see economic value drivers have a natural cycle of improvement. They create a natural market effect that can lead to buildings that are more energy efficient can be more or less appealing. Disclosure can lead to increased competition, innovation, and improvements, as well as business development by exposing risks and revealing new opportunities.
So we also have our indirect value associated with this, which is money funneled into related businesses. Our induced value, which is money spent in the non-energy sectors. Our environmental value, which you have from avoided carbon emissions and better air quality and fewer climate change related risks. The owners of buildings get a tremendous amount of benefits. So lowering operating costs can save up to $18 billion in the next 6 years by 2020. Their sales prices increase, and their rents are, when they're certified buildings, are up to 17% higher. Also, if there's less imported fuel for energy, that can be part of our national security plan too.
Research has found that open data is increasing transparency and promoting growth, efficiency, and social good. Disclosure is leading to major job creation in installation, audits, retrofits, and appraises. Money saved on energy is also reinvested into the economy. You can see some of the jobs numbers from Massachusetts. 23,000 jobs created by 2015 and almost 60,000 by 2020.
So why disclose? Job creation. So this is about economic impacts. So what we have found is that if 40% of the building sector did retrofitting, you would create over 600,000 jobs, better incentives and grants, which we were talking about, incentives versus mandates, can create over 100,000 jobs. And these are good, well-paying jobs with hourly salaries at over $21. So what we have in the graph is those are jobs per $1 million invested on energy efficiency. So it's broken out, I'm not sure how well everybody can see it, but blue is direct, red indirect, green induced value, and the purple is energy savings. And you can see the paybacks are really reasonable. So it's a 6.5-year payback for capital upgrades, and it's just a couple months for operational savings for your payback. So to go a little bit more in depth, so the U.S. energy efficiency investments between 2012 and 2035 are estimated to be, your expenditures here are estimated to, those are in millions.